Hi, welcome to today's quick slow flow. That is an oxymoron. This is a short, slow flow practice. You don't need any props today. We are going to get started in an easy seat. Notice the leg that you naturally put in front, and we're gonna switch that out today to starting the funkiness right off the bat. On an inhale, reach your arms up towards the sky. Exhale, side stretch towards the right. Right hand plants, left arm reaches overhead. Give yourself a few cycles of breath here, really rooting down through that left hip, long line of energy to the fingertips. Noticing if you're wanting to round forward, keep that heart spiraled open. Then next inhale, come back to center. Exhale, other side, left hand plants, right arm reaches. Again, you're rooting down through that right hip. Noticing if you're rounding down, keep your heart open, long spine. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, hinge forward, easy seat forward fold. Hips can hang heavy here. I like to gently sway side to side just a bit. That feels nice in my hips. You're welcome to add in that movement or stay in stillness. Give yourself another full cycle of breath here. And then walk your hands in towards your body. Coming to a tabletop position, hands under shoulders, knees under hips. On an inhale, drop your belly, lift your tailbone, look up. Exhale, round your spine, tuck your chin, press away from the mat. Continuing with this cat series here, if it feels safe and comfortable, you might play with closing your eyes, adding in whatever funky movements feel good to warm up your spine and your hips. Can shift the hips side to side, take some barrel rolls with the chest. Just a few rounds of breath. Whatever feels right to warm up your body is exactly perfect here. Use your next breath to come back to a neutral spine, long back of the neck. On an inhale, reach your right arm up towards the sky. Exhale, bring right hand under that right, or left arm, I should say, thread the needle. Right shoulder can come to the mat. Maybe right ear or right temple resting on the floor here. Hips stay lifted. Full cycle of breath. Inhale, unwind, right arm lifts back up. Exhale, hand back to the mat. Other side, inhale, lift your left arm. Exhale, left arm comes under that right armpit. Thread the needle on this side. Left shoulder can rest on the mat. I tend to keep my right hand where it is. Some people prefer to extend that right arm long. If that feels good, you can go for it, reaching it towards the top of your mat. Here for just one more breath. Then come back to center, unwinding, left arm lifts, left hand back to the mat. Tuck your toes here, walk your hands forward about a handprint, and lift your hips up for downward facing dog. Take your time here as you pedal out your dog, pressing one heel towards the floor and then the other. Maybe you drop the heels to one side of the mat and then the other here. Give yourself another round of breath, feeling into this first down dog of practice. Inhale, generous bend to the knees, look forward. Exhale, step or hop to the top of the mat. Inhale, half lift, flat back. Exhale, fold, hang heavy. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana, root through your feet, reach up towards the sky. Exhale, hands to heart center. Breathe in, breathe out. Inhale, arms reach up, pause here. Exhale, right hand back, left arm forward. Twisting here, hips can twist with you. Keep your weight pressing into both feet equally here. Nice long wingspan. Inhale, come back to center, arms extend. Exhale, twist opposite direction, left arm back, right arm forward. Again, hips can twist, but keep your weight equal in both feet. Arms reaching away from each other. Inhale, arms reach up towards the sky. Exhale, hinge at the hips, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, flat back. Exhale, fold, hang heavy. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana, sweep your arms up towards the sky. Exhale, hands to heart center. Preparing for Sun Salutation A with a few variations here. Inhale, reach up, you can look up. Exhale, Uttanasana, forward fold, hinge at the hips. Inhale, half lift, airplane arms, squeeze your shoulder blades. Exhale, plant your hands, step back to plank position. Full breath in plank as you press away from the mat. Core is engaged, glutes are engaged. Use your next breath to lower all the way down to the mat. Elbows graze the ribs, untuck your toes. Inhale, lift your heart for Sphinx. Elbows press into the mat, palms can rest in the floor or clasp your hands here. Giving yourself a few cycles of breath. Ears pull away from the shoulders, long neck. Low body softens here. Noticing your inhales and exhales. Inhale, belly presses into the mat. Exhale, gentle release. One more cycle of breath here. Then lower down to the mat, hands under your shoulders. Tuck your toes. Sink your hips back for a narrow child's pose. Hips reach towards the heels, fingertips towards the front of the mat. Creating some space along the side body. Breathe in, breathe out. Begin to walk your hands in and lift your upper body for plantar stretch. Now you might sit all the way in your heels. You might keep some weight in your hands. Wherever you are, 3 full cycles of breath. Spine stays nice and long. Breathing into the sensation of the pose. Again, if it feels really intense, you're in good company. This one's intense for me, but it doesn't cause pain. So if you're feeling pain, untuck the toes or shift some weight forward. Next breath, we'll all shift the weight forward. Hands come to the mat. Keeping the toes tucked, peel your hips up towards the sky for downward facing dog. You might adjust here, walking your hands forward just a bit, finding your down dog. 3 cycles of breath. Hips towards the sky, heels towards the mat. Nice long spine here. Using your entire inhale, sweep right leg towards the sky, toes stay pointed down. Exhale, step right foot between your hands, warrior 1. Back foot in and out at 45 degrees. Arms come to frame the face. Variation on Sun Salutation B here. Press into the blade edge and heel of that back foot. Inhale, shift forward, balancing stick. Hands come down by your hips. Back toes lift. Next breath, bend into the front knee, return to warrior 1. Hands come to the mat. Step back to plank position. Inhale in plank. Exhale for chaturanga or the mat. Inhale for up dog or cobra, heart pulls forward. Exhale, hips up and back, downward facing dog. Full cycle of breath here, hips towards the sky, heels towards the mat. Inhale, sweep left leg to the sky. Exhale, step it between your hands, warrior 1, back foot in and out at 45 degrees. Arms frame the face. Strong base here, generous bend in that front knee, pressing into your back foot. Next breath, shift forward, balancing stick, Titanic pose, you're king of the world. And then back to warrior one. Hands to the mat. Step back to plank position. Inhale in plank. Exhale, chaturanga or the mat. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, hips up and back, down dog. Full breath here, hips lifted towards the sky. Inhale, generous bend to the knees, look forward. Exhale, step or hop to the top of the mat. Inhale, half lift, flat back. Exhale, fold, hang heavy. Inhale, half lift, pause here. Add in cactus arms, squeezing your shoulder blades. Long legs here, flat back, engaging those shoulder blades together. Next breath, Uttanasana chair, hips sink down, hands to heart center. Inhale, open for cactus. Exhale, hands to center. 2 more, inhale, arms open. Exhale to center. Inhale, cactus. Exhale, center. Inhale, press into your heels, extend those legs. Breathe in, breathe out. Inhale, arms reach up, you can look up. Exhale, hinge at your hips, forward fold. Inhale for a half lift, flat back. Plant your hands, step right back to down dog, pressing into both hands equally. Inhale, lift your heels high off the mat. Exhale, knees to the mat, child's pose. Hips sink back towards the heels, knees as wide or as narrow as feels good for you. You can keep your arms extended, or I like a little pillow here, resting my forehead on the back of hands. Hands can come to your heels if that feels good. Give yourself a few cycles of breath right here. Connecting back to your breath. When your next inhale rolls around, lift your upper body out of the shape. Swipe your heels out from under your seat. Coming to an easy seat here, whichever leg you prefer in front. Inhale, arms reach up towards the sky. Exhale, twist to the right. Left hand anchors outside of that right knee. Right fingertips can prop up behind you. Or I sometimes like to take my fist really close to my sit bones here, creating almost a little pole. I can press my fist into the mat, using that leverage of my arm to keep the spine nice and long. If this feels good, go for it. If it doesn't, don't. Giving yourself just one more round of breath here. Unwind, come back to center. Twist opposite direction, right hand outside of left knee, left hand behind you. Fingertips can be propped behind you a bit away from your body, or you can press that fist into the mat, using the arm for leverage if it feels good. Gazing back over that left shoulder, just as far as feels good in the neck, not causing any pinching or pain. Keep the spine nice and tall. Another full cycle of breath. When that's complete, unwind back to center. Hands can rest on the lap. This is where we'll close out. If you'd like to make your way to Shavasana, you are more than welcome to. If you're staying seated, notice your heart stacked over your hips, your head over your heart. Shoulders soften away from the ears. Give yourself a handful of breaths here. Each inhale slightly longer than the one before. Each exhale extended just a bit more. Slowing your breath here. I'll let you know when it's time to close out. Eyes can stay soft or closed. Wherever you are, feeling into some gratitude for making time for yourself today, honoring your body with movement and with rest. We'll close with a collective breath. Hands can stay where they are or layer one over the other on top of your heart. Exhale to prepare. Breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth. Thank you so much for sharing your practice with me today. Thanks for being part of this rad community. And I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day.